Please don't skip. Watch the full story. The air in our apartment felt heavy, like the silence before a massive storm. I had just returned from a grueling 3-day business trip, exhausted but excited to see my boyfriend of 4 years, Liam. I even stopped to buy his favorite expensive bourbon, thinking we could celebrate my recent promotion. But as I unlocked the front door, the house didn't smell like home. It smelled like midnight jasmine, my younger sister Chloe's signature perfume. I walked toward the bedroom, my footsteps muffled by the carpet. I heard whispering, not the frantic kind, but the low, intimate giggles that belong to a couple. I pushed the door open just a crack. My heart didn't just break, it turned to ash. There was Liam, the man I planned to marry, and Chloe, the sister I had practically raised after our parents died. They weren't just talking. They were looking at a sonogram. Chloe was pregnant. "We have to tell her soon, Liam," Chloe whispered, her hand on his chest. "I can't keep hiding this bump much longer." Liam sighed, kissing her forehead. "I know, but let's wait until she pays the final installment for our summer cruise. We need that vacation before the baby comes." They laughed, a cruel, jagged sound that echoed in my ears. I backed away, my vision blurring, but I didn't scream. I didn't let them know I was there. I realized then that my life was a lie, and the two people I loved most were the ones holding the matches. For the next 2 weeks, I lived with ghosts. I pretended everything was normal, playing the role of the hard-working girlfriend, while I began my own quiet investigation. I waited until Liam went to the gym, and Chloe was at her doctor's appointment. I accessed our shared laptop and dug deep. What I found was a digital trail of absolute cruelty. They had been together for nearly a year. I found emails between them discussing how easy I was to manipulate. Liam had been slowly siphoning money from our joint house fund to pay for Chloe's luxury apartment uptown. But the most devastating discovery was a private group chat they had with a few of our friends. They were mocking me, calling me the bank account, and laughing about how I was too busy working to notice they were building a life together on my dime. I spent hours taking screenshots, downloading bank statements, and recording their whispered conversations on a hidden device. I found out that the summer cruise they wanted me to pay for was actually their secret baby moon. Chloe had even picked out a nursery theme, paid for with the money I had saved for my own future. Every piece of evidence I gathered was a nail in the coffin of our relationship. I wasn't just sad anymore. I was cold. I was calculating. I was ready. Revenge is a dish best served with documentation. I met with a lawyer and a forensic accountant in secret. Since the house fund was legally in my name, and I had proof of Liam's unauthorized transfers, I was able to freeze every single asset he thought he had access to. I didn't stop there. I contacted the landlord of Chloe's secret apartment. I found out the lease was in my name as a guarantor without my knowledge, a clear case of identity theft. I began to set the stage for the final act. I told Liam I had a special surprise for the family dinner we were hosting for Chloe's birthday. I made sure to invite everyone, our extended family, the friends from the group chat, and even Liam's conservative parents, who value family honor above all else. I spent those days being the most predictable version of myself. I bought the cruise tickets they wanted, but I made sure they were non-refundable, and more importantly, put in my name and a friend's name, not Liam's. I watched them exchange smug looks across the dinner table, thinking they were winning. They had no idea that I had already moved all my belongings to a new place, and that this home they were sitting in was already listed for sale. The night of the dinner arrived. The table was set, the wine was flowing, and the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Chloe was glowing, wearing a dress that barely hid her secret. Liam was acting the part of the perfect partner, even raising a toast to family and loyalty. It was sickening. "I have a gift for the birthday girl," I said, standing up. I pulled out a beautifully wrapped box and handed it to Chloe. Everyone leaned in. She opened it, expecting jewelry. Instead, she found a stack of high-resolution photos. Her and Liam at the clinic, the sonogram, and copies of the bank transfers showing the stolen money. The room went dead silent. Chloe's face turned white. Liam stood up, his chair screeching against the floor. "What is this?" he stammered. I didn't answer him. Instead, I turned on the large TV in the dining room. A slideshow began to play. Not of memories, but of the group chat messages where they mocked everyone in the room. I showed the evidence of Liam's financial fraud and Chloe's identity theft. "Since you both love my money so much," I said, my voice calm and steady, "I thought you'd like to know that I filed a police report for the fraud. And Liam, your parents might want to know that the business investment you asked them for went straight into Chloe's secret apartment, the one that's being evicted tomorrow." The look of pure terror on their faces was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. The fallout was instant and total. Liam's parents walked out in disgust, cutting him off financially on the spot. The friends who had participated in the group chat were shunned by the rest of our social circle. Chloe tried to play the victim, crying about her pregnancy, but no one moved to comfort her. They saw her for exactly what she was, a thief of her own sister's life. By the next morning, I was gone. I had sold the apartment, closed the accounts, and changed my number. Liam was served with a lawsuit for the return of the stolen funds, and Chloe was facing charges for identity theft. Without my income to support them, their perfect life crumbled within 48 hours. Mark, the man Liam thought was his best friend, refused to let them stay with him after seeing how they treated me. A year later, I am thousands of miles away, living the life I actually worked for. I heard through the grapevine that Liam is working 3 dead-end jobs just to pay back the legal fees. And Chloe is living in a cramped studio, struggling alone. They had each other, just like they wanted. But without my money and my trust, each other was a nightmare. I learned that the best revenge isn't just taking everything away. It's making them realize that without you, they are absolutely nothing.